Chattanooga, well, he was cantering coming up towards the turn, but just had no... Three Angel named horses. They're away in racing. Riverdance Queen missed the start out there, and also Angel's Jewel. She was slow to move and settled last, and Magic Music flew out of the gates and led from Gateway Angel. She found the lead comfortably early. 2 lengths away is Lawilla over on the inside. Archangel improving 3 deep. Aubrey in the centre, 1.5 lengths. Riverdance Queen, Tycoon Princess. Piavonic's got a good way back, second last on the rail, and 1.5 lengths to Angel's Jewel. Through the gap, Magic Music uncontested in front by 1 length to Gateway Angel. 1.5 lengths to Archangel. In 4th placing is Lawilla down on the inside of Aubrey. Riverdance Queen hard ridden, and back behind those Piavonic still well back on the rails, cornering from Angel's Jewel and Tycoon Princess. But Magic Music kicked away around the home turn, and the favourite kicked away by 3 lengths to Gateway Angel. Lawilla getting to 3rd, then Archangel the outside, Aubrey and Piavonic from Angel's Jewel down the outside. But Magic Music well clear, about 4 lengths in front. She's getting a little tired on the line with a big weight, but sees it through. Magic Music from Piavonic, which flashed up for second. Lawilla's grabbed 3rd. Angel's Jewel not far away on the outside. A good run after missing the jump. Then Gateway Angel, Aubrey. Long break to Archangel, Riverdance Queen, and Tycoon Princess last of all. Too good for them once she got away the way she did and had an uncontested run in front. Set to go. 1200, they're off now. Keeper jumped away reasonably well. He's not going to muster the pace early and settle towards the end, and Slipstream first to bounce out ahead of Undertone, who's going through on the rail to take over the running. Gifted Ground 2 lengths away 3rd, and Keeper gets up on the inside to 4th, followed by Surfboard between horses. About 2 lengths Force Recon and Piace last at the 800 turn, where the leader is Undertone, about 1 length clear. Slipstream is second, 1.5 lengths Gifted Ground on the outside. Keeper tucked away on the fence, Surfboard between horses, and then Piace racing over on the outside of Force Recon. Up the side they run now by the school, and the leader Undertone about 1/2 length on Slipstream. Gifted Ground 3rd, and Keeper over on the inside. Die just Nicoletti mad a little bit on the inside there, being followed by Surfboard, who's ridden along, and then Piace and Force Recon. Undertone just the leader from Slipstream coming around the home turn. Gifted Ground 3rd on the outside. Keeper very hard ridden back on the fence, and then Piace and Surfboard as they corner, where Undertone tackled by Slipstream. More than 2 lengths away then is Keeper, and running on is Piace down the outside. Slipstream went up to Undertone, took the lead. Keeper starting to rally, and Piace the outside. Slipstream just in front, just the leader, and Slipstream just held on from Piace and Undertone. Couple of lengths away Keeper, who was never travelling well. He's managed 4th only. Then Surfboard, Force Recon, and Gifted Ground found the 1200 a test and dropped out to finish last. Stand by for numbers here. Slipstream, the platform, field of 8 to run, and the Lone Star Stakes handicap set to go. A little bit of movement in the line. Now they settle. All clears through, they're off. Normandy dipped over near the outside. Confederate Kid got tightened and dropped out to 2 lengths last. Transparent Lover flew out of the gates and led Rory's Power, Dapper Zap, Urge and Thong and Pushbike. A great charge as they raced to the first turn. A quiver in behind them, followed by Confederate Kid, and Normandy is last of all. At the 800 now, Transparent Lover the rail, and Dapper Zap the 2 leaders. Thong and Pushbike the grey, wide out 3rd, travelling 3 deep. In the centre, Rory's Power, Confederate Kid's got up along the rails. Behind these, Urge on the outside of a quiver, and a length to Normandy last of all. Dapper Zap over on the outside of Transparent Lover. As they went by the school, Transparent Lover under a lot of pressure. Thong and Pushbike working into it on the outside, and then Confederate Kid, followed by Rory's Power. Urge coming around the outside, and then a quiver, and Normandy very tightly bunched nearing the turn, where Dapper Zap just the leader from Thong and Pushbike. Urge under pressure out wider, then Confederate Kid and Rory's Power as they corner, where Dapper Zap, he led by 1.5 lengths. Rory's Power's coming after him. Confederate Kid on the rail, and then a quiver, and Normandy the outside. Dapper Zap the leader, but tied. Confederate Kid can't get there, nor Rory's Power at the moment. Dapper Zap kept going, and Dapper Zap wins it by 1 length. Confederate Kid, Photo 3rd between a quiver and Rory's Power, and then Normandy, and they got right away on the rest of them. Thong and Pushbike, Urge and Transparent Lover. Dapper Zap sitting up outside the pace and found plenty in the run home. Number 7, Dapper Zap, with the blinkers off today, and he's kept producing something, and we're set to go. First leg of the quaddie, they're all in for the Lindt Chocolates handicap. Off Forest Jim out okay with Zaro on the outside. Captain Gulab snagged at the start with Narcissism. Banff Connection firing straight to the lead in company with Kahuna the rail and Monvert in the centre. Keystone dropped across them into fourth placing. Forest Jim is fifth already on the outside of Halo Ruler, so he's done a great job on that, Nikolic. Narcissism follows him, followed by Captain Gulab, Teriyama, and then Zaro and Our Envoy last. There's pace aplenty by the 1600 set by Monvert. Out a little over a length to Banff Connection second. Kahuna's on the rails third and 2 lengths to Keystone. 2 lengths further back is Forest Jim getting the run of the race from an outside gate, followed by Halo Ruler a length, Narcissism, Captain Gulab a length away on the rail, then Teriyama, Zaro, and last of all is Our Envoy. That's the order running out to the turn at the 1200. Monvert the leader, about a length and a quarter clear. Banff Connection second, Kahuna the fence third, Keystone fourth the outside. 2 Forest Jim followed by Halo Ruler, a length and a half Narcissism, a little worse in midfield outside Captain Gulab, a length to Teriyama, followed then by Zaro, and Our Envoy whipped them in by the 1,000 metres. About to come off the back and Monvert made play. A little more than a length to Banff Connection. Kahuna the rails third. Keystone fourth. 2 lengths Forest Jim, who races outside Halo Ruler. Then Narcissism outside Captain Gulab. Teriyama outside Zaro. And more than 2 lengths last is Our Envoy. They're coming up the side. Monvert about a neck on Banff Connection. Keystone. Forest Jim let loose round the outside with its run. Kahuna down on the rail and then Halo Ruler, Narcissism. Captain Gulab hard ridden on the inside, followed by Teriyama. He's starting to come home pretty well. Then Zaro, who's next to last, and Our Envoy. But Forest Jim dashed away around the home turn, and he quickly set up 2 to 3 lengths on Monvert, Banff Connection. Then Kahuna down on the inside. The rest are making no impression, and Forest Jim's in a world of his own round the home turn. He set up 4 or 5 lengths into second placing Monvert. Halo Ruler battling along with Kahuna, but it's Forest Jim in a hand canter. He's going to be eased right down to a walk. He's about 4 lengths in front. Haven't seen an easier win than this. Forest Jim by a length and a half, could have been anything over Kahuna or Zaro, who flew home in a photo. Then behind those were Monvert, Halo Ruler and Captain Gulab. Trailed a bit further back then by Keystone, Narcissism, Banff Connection, trailed by Teriyama and Our Envoy last of all. One word comes into mind: arrogant. He was 10 class. Comes up Forest Express, took a gate on the outside, and the field is ready for the Lone Star Oaks. Ready, racing. Hill of Grace began okay, but then came across sideways and bumped a little with Shazoo at the start, and Forest Express began quickly with I'm a Ripper. Brillant right on the pace with Tahuna Gold. Grand Echizo behind them on the rails about 5th. At the post now, and I'm a Ripper sped clear towards the turn out of the straight. A couple of lengths in front of Brillant on the inside of Forest Express, now going to a clear second. Tahuna Gold up 4th on the outside of Grand Echizo, and Hill of Grace off round circling the field to get prominent. They're followed further back in the field then by Highgrove, and they were trailed back to the tail end as Alley Dance, and Shazoo was last of all. Out past the 1,500 metres now, and the leader is I'm a Ripper, 2 lengths clear. Second is Forest Express, and third Hill of Grace on the outside of Brillant, trailed a length and a half away by Tahuna Gold. Grand Echizo over on the fence, trailed then by Highgrove. Next to last Alley Dance, and 2 lengths Shazoo at the back as they enter the back straight, and out past the 1,200 metres, truly run with I'm a Ripper sailing along 3 lengths in front. Second is Forest Express, 2 to 3 lengths to Hill of Grace in third placing. Fourth is Tahuna Gold over on the outside. Behind them Brillant on the rails, a length and a half to Grand Echizo, and then came Highgrove. Aladance next to last, and Shazoo is last of all. Off the back at the 800 metres, I'm a Ripper trying to do it all in the Lone Star Oaks, led by 2 lengths Forest Express. A length and a half away third is Hill of Grace. Brillant the rails, and then Tahuna Gold. Grand Echizo's had a cosy run from Aladance, Highgrove, and back last of all is Shazoo. By the school, I am a Ripper, the leader, about a length in front of Forest Express, and Hill of Grace poised to pounce and about to let loose. Grand Echizo's coming with its run, and then Tahuna Gold, and Shazoo is dashing around the field from last. Forest Express took the lead, but immediately Hill of Grace has moved up very strongly on the outside. Grand Echizo's still running on, and so is Shazoo out wider, but Hill of Grace is the leader coming for home in the Oaks. Hill of Grace in front, a length and a half to Grand Echizo. The Zabeel fillies 1-2 around the corner, and then Shazoo, Hill of Grace against the rail. A length and a half in front. Grand Echezo tries, she might, can't bridge the gap. And Hill of Grace and Brett Preble take out the Oaks by 2 lengths. Grand Echezo second, 3.5 Shazoo third, and then Tahuna Gold, Forest Express, High Grove, trailed by Brillant, a long break alley dance, and I'm a Ripper, the early leader, folded badly to finish last of all. Hill of Grace, a dollar. Lights flashing, they're set and racing. And one of the first to break the line was Go Davo Go. Theatre got away quickly, and so too did Astig. Grombe holding onto the inside. Amber Boy just off them as they go through the first 200 metres or so. Go Flash go out very wide. Astig ease back to second last, and Mass My Sartorial. Theatre the leader at the 800 turn, about 3/4. Grombe holding the rail. All Sand the outside 3 deep. About 2 lengths to Amber Boy over on the inside, followed by Go Flash Go as they came up the side. Go Davo Go in the centre, and then 2 lengths to Astig and more than 2 My Sartorial. Theatre in the centre. All Sand working 3 deep the outside, actually puts his nose in front. Go Davo Go in the all white as third. Then Grombe feeling the pinch down on the rail from Amber Boy. Astig starting to work into the race, about to let loose with his run. Go Flash Go struggling at the turn, where it's Theatre the inside. All Sand. Go Davo Go 3 out. Astig coming 4 wide, and Amber Boy just behind them when they corner. All Sand in the centre with Go Davo Go. Astig's travelling well on the outside of them though, and he's moved up and dashed to the lead. Astig broken away from All Sand. Go Davo Go, then Amber Boy, but Astig careering away, and Astig wins it by about 3 on the line. All Sand held second, a big run. My Sartorial flashing home out wide, or Amber Boy for third. Then Go Davo Go, Theatre, followed in by Grombe, and Go Flash Go last of all. Unbeaten, he remains on clear. Now Labille coming in. She's right. Just about right to run now. Moving into the outside gate, Gold Crystal to complete the lineup. In she goes, so the field is set. Ready to run. Hula Wonder down on the inside. They're away and racing at the 1600 and down towards the inside. Lizophony, one of the first out from Wild Dior. Londolese began fast looking for the lead. Blue Paris got away quickly, and so did Gold Crystal from an outside draw. Rosa War getting up to be about 5th or 6th as they settle down now. Labille and Lady Elsie back towards the tail. At the 1200 metres and taking over the running is Londolese into the back, about 3/4 to Blue Paris. Lizophony third on the inside, and then Wild Dior. Gold Crystal trapped out 3 wide there, wanting to over race a bit, and 2 lengths to Rosa War just off the speed. Hula Wonder down on the inside, about 2 lengths away is Luna Tudor Fuss. Around them Carmenesque, a couple of Noircia, followed by Lady Elsie. Labille and Caniana bring up the rear. At the turn at the 800 and having a hard run, Gold Crystal now eventually works to the lead, almost a length to Londolese. Blue Paris third, Voyal Dior is fourth on the outside, and then Lizophony down on the rail. In 6th placing, Rosa War's had a beautiful run, 2 lengths away is Hula Wonder. Luna Tudor under pressure. Carmenesque creeping around the field, and Lady Elsie gets onto her back. Noircia over on the fence with a lot of work to do, followed by Fuss, Caniana and Tudor Beale. As they neared the corner now, Gold Crystal joined again by Londolese. Blue Paris and Voyal Dior out wider. Then Rosa War starting to stake her claim, and Lady Elsie's coming around the outside as they corner. Lizophony's up there too. Gold Crystal, Londolese the leaders, with Rosa War coming after them fast, and then Lady Elsie. Rosa War wanted to duck in a little bit. She took the lead though. Lady Elsie's after Rosa War, and then Gold Crystal. Rosa War's a length and a half in front of Lady Elsie, trying hard, but Rosa War wins it a half a length to Lady Elsie. Second in and again. Gold Crystal, a very big run, holding on for third from Londolese, Lizophony and Voyal Dior. Then Noircia, Carmenesque, and back behind those were Fuss, trailed by Kenny and a Luna Tudor. Labille never in it. Blue Paris knocked right up, and Hula Wonder last in. Number 1, the winner, Rosa War, ridden by Jason Patton. Rosa War, Royal Blue. Just about right to go now in the last as Royal Blue joined them on the outside. Flemington tomorrow, first at 12:30. Setting her off in the last now. Behemoth out fairly with Fasato down on the inside. Brew got away well. Buster Jones looking for the front in company with Royal Blue, who's rushing across the field early, and going with him in the early stages Sir Griss, and Weasel Will came across, getting into a good place in the run down to the first turn. At the 1200 metres, Sir Griss led from Royal Blue. Buster Jones box seating behind them. Weasel Will, he's outside. A length and a half to Big Mac, fifth outside Brew, and then Royal Caliph. A length further back El Camino over on the outside, followed by Fjordland. 2 to 3 lengths back as Fasato and Hot Taste together, and Regal Royal and Behemoth bring up the rear. By the 1000 metres, and the Greys 1-2 at the moment. Sir Griss about a half on Royal Blue. 2 lengths to Weasel Will, run of the race third outside Buster Jones, and 2 lengths to Big Mac. Brew a length away on the inside from Royal Caliph, travelling 3 wide around El Camino. A length and a half for Fjordland, a half to Hot Taste, 2 for Sato, 1 Regal Royal and 2 Behemoth. Up the side now and nearing the 600 metres. Sir Griss just in front of Royal Blue. Weasel Will pulls out 3 wide. Royal Caliph coming 4 deep. Buster Jones just off them. On the rails next is Brew, and they're followed by Big Mac, Hot Taste and Fasato out wide, and El Camino trying to work through the pack as they neared the corner now. Sir Griss, Royal Blue joined by Weasel Will. Buster Jones is following Weasel Will home, and then Brew. El Camino getting into the clear as they corner where Weasel Will took over the running. Buster Jones coming home. Royal Blue battling along, and then El Camino pulled to the outside. Weasel Will being tackled by Buster Jones and El Camino. Weasel Will still in front. Buster Jones having a dip at him. Weasel Will fights on well. They hit the line. I think he's won it, Weasel Will, from Buster Jones. Photo third, either Brew or El Camino wide out. Then came